We are back, you guys. We are so sorry. We're having technical difficulties. Welcome to Stop Being Stuck on Stupid live with Anne and Claudine. And I am Claudine with Elevated by Claudine. And I am sorry, but I've got to get on my socials and make sure that I'm doing this live properly and that you guys can all hear me. And if you guys can message me, if you have my text message me and let me know. You can see me on Facebook and on YouTube. I'd super appreciate it.
And comments.
Yeah, and comment, love, like, whatever, so we can see, so we can interact with you guys and know that you guys are watching. Okay, I got
comment you. Comment on things that you might want to have like talked about and stuff, like brought to the table.
Okay. Oh gosh, I hope we're not being shown 3 times. I'm going to erase all these right here. You guys, I'm going to delete these. The trash. Okay, so I don't want people just to I don't want to keep showing up on people's. Okay. I think we are good. I think we're good. Okay. And then especially on YouTube, you guys, let me know if you guys can see us on YouTube and you can hear us okay. Okay, we should be on YouTube. So let me know, you guys. Let us know. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you and thank you for your patience and sorry about this. I don't know what was going on. All of a sudden we were talking live and then the countdown came on and boom, the stream went dead. So I had to recreate a whole new thing. Bear with me. I am a student at this and I am learning my way around these stream apps. Okay, it looks like, yeah, we got a thumbs up on Facebook from Davies. Thank you. All right, so here we are. We are the day before Christmas and we're into the second day of the solstice. How's everyone feeling out there? Huh?
Are we? I didn't know when the solstice was. Was that Saturday?
It started around the 20th, yeah.
Okay.
They're just roundabout days. We just kind of, I believe, I'm sure that we were feeling the solstice energies coming in probably, around the 18th or the 19th or whatever, have whatever it is. But between the 20th and the 23rd is when we're celebrating it. But I'm sure it goes all the way into the new year.
I feel like it's just like one thing of energy after another. Like if it's not Mercury retrograde, it's full moon. If it's not full moon, it's new moon. If it's not new moon, it's the solstice. Like
or the equinox or a great conjunction or retrograde. We've always got some kind of energies coming in and going out, and that's just kind of like what this is all about. You know what I mean? We are a planet with the other planets in this great big galaxy that we really don't know much about.
I got no idea. I got some people who tell me that the planets aren't real, so I don't know what is happening.
Wow.
I thought the moon landing was real my entire life, and now I'm going, wait a second. If they landed then, how come there's not landing now? Shouldn't we be like setting up tents? Like if they could get all that equipment up there and the video camera, like shouldn't we have pitching tents on the moon by now? Like that's a long time, and we've gone backwards. Like we haven't even got that again. I don't know. It makes no sense to me, but there are questions in my mind. So when someone says there's no planets, I go, or the planets are or whatever, I just go, oh, okay. Like, I don't know what to say these days, Claudine.
Well, you guys, and I just want to let you know that this is a live show called Stop Being Stuck on Stupid. And we're just here. I am Claudine. And again, I am the creator of Elevated by Claudine. And I own a healing facility where I help people heal themselves. I am a creator of all kinds of plant medicine. As the show goes on right now, I am drinking my chaga tea with my moon blessed water, structure water that I made. And this is actually structured water that I've had. And I've been blessing it it's going on 7 years now that I've been lugging this jar of water around with me. Let me show you. I actually own 3 of them. And I
That's
like this around there.
awesome.
I know it's got a little bit of water, and they've got some crystals in there. If you can hear me turn it around, they've got some very sacred crystals in there that were given to me from a very divine, spiritual, well, Reverend Madeira from Mount Shasta. And they're in there, and I use this water, and I have had it through blessings. Through all kinds of ceremonies that I have done, especially during the solstice. And what I like to do is I like to watch the meteor showers and
Mhm.
that's my thing. I like to know, or when we have sunflares come at us, certain sunflares, and I like to bless it under these kind of celestials that I like to and I believe in that help bring us good energies. And this is structured water, like I said, 7 years of blessings that this water has had. So anyways, that's what I'm chugging on tonight, and I do have some available for you guys if anyone who would like to have some of this, because when I got up this morning and I was coming into work, I was feeling the heaviness of Christmas, I guess you can say. Just it felt real heavy. The rushing that I'm feeling, the anxiety I'm feeling that people are carrying right now with the Christmas, and they just seem to be so overwhelmed with all these extra activities. I started to feel them this morning, and I was getting a little sweaty and feeling it. So I said, I'm gonna get drunky off of my moon blessed chaga water today, and it's helped. It's
That's
helped me just
awesome.
push it down, clean out and detox those energies that are not mine. They're not my energies to hold. These are not my frequencies. I am just kind of absorbing them from everyone that I'm encountering. And so, yes, I do have some of this available to you guys. I went ahead and I stepped it up, and I'll be showing a video here really soon. When we're done with this, I'll be posting a video of Yogi Josh. Yogi Josh showed up today. He's here in town visiting Ann. And
Awesome.
him and I, yeah, we blessed it with my sound bowl.
Nice.
So I know I'm on the right track because I got to show you guys what Yogi Josh came in when I opened the door and I had this download and I was doing my water and I was blessing it. And I'm like, okay, yes, dear creator, show me that I am doing the right thing, that everything is my synchronicities are, I need the synchronicities that I want to happen right now. And here comes Yogi Josh, literally walks in with a box of bottles. Watch. I got a box
Let's see.
and nothing filled with bottles.
Oh my God. What you gonna put in there? Water.
The blessed water, the chaga that I was blessing when he came in. I'm like, okay, so now I have the materials to go ahead and pass it around to the locals who want to come and get it.
Very nice.
I
I
know.
would. Well, water's
It's funny.
very important for your body.
Yes, you guys, it is. It's really important. And actually, if you get a bottle of this, you support me. That's the thing about me, is if you by supporting my medicine and purchasing my medicine, you are supporting Ann and I in what we're doing here with the show. We're not trying to sell our show. We're not trying to ask for money. We're trying to really just get real information to you guys as we get it, because we are just 2 humans on this planet who are esoteric. We can hear our angels. We get our instructions from the higher ups, and we're tapped into great source, our source, and we're just here to bring the information that we get to you guys, because there's a lot of confusion going on out there when it comes to spirituality and esotericness and all that other stuff. And again, I've got tons of mushrooms. What I do is I help people transfer off of pharmaceuticals and street drugs and alcohol onto plant-based medicine. Every plant on this planet has medicinal value for the human, and so does every fungus. I am a fungus guru. I talk all mycelium. And so that's what we're just kind of here for. We're here to support my medicine and get our message out there at the same time. So please support us
And
by
Claudia
purchasing.
has good medicine. She has good medicine. Her medicine comes with it always comes with good energy, so it's super safe to use, because I'm super sensitive to everything. Like, I really feel it in my lymphatic system, in my body, you know, my liver. Yours, I find, is like it's very kind to your body for the most part, and it gives really good results. Like, and it has like a, it does. You feel like this. I'm not saying this. I don't get sponsored. I barely like. Claudine lives in America. I
She
live over
gets
here.
two
So,
free packages. She gets two big, huge packages of the
yeah,
biggest packaging I can do. She gets about that twice a year. I try to get her enough medicine to last her for at least
it's a,
6 months. That's what I try to do. If it lasts her 3 months, then that's what it is. But within, well, if she would let me know that she's out of medicine, she knows she'd have another box coming. But
I
if you
can't
don't
take
tell
it.
me, huh?
I can't take a lot of medicine.
Yeah, I
So
know what I send you. I'll send you over
yeah.
300 capsules at a time.
Oh
I
yeah.
know that's going to last you.
I still have the what do they call the sister plant of coffee.
Oh, okay.
I still
Kratom.
have them. Kratom. Yeah, I still have like 2 bags of them, so they
Yeah,
last a
yeah,
long time because
that
they're
does.
good. They have a, they have something in it, like you feel it when you take it.
Well,
So
because my medicine, you guys, is a kind of medicine that your angels can work with because it's not trash.
hmm
I have very high standards when it comes to what I put in my body or on my body. If it is
hmm
not of a high vibrational
hmm
frequency, it don't come near me. And I'm sure the hell I'm not going to put it out on my market because, yeah, my reputation is, it does mean something. You can call that, a part of my spiritual ego, I guess, of me making sure that I have the best
that's
of the
okay.
best and I emanate the best.
It's a good ego to have because then you can make good medicine.
Exactly. It's not,
You
yeah,
want to be
it's a
proud
good
of
thing.
stuff you make,
Yes.
for
Yes.
sure.
Gifts, handmade gifts are always made with love,
Mm, mm.
but I do grow a lot of my medicine and I also have a lot of growers that grow for me. And then from there, I do the extractions and everything else. So all the work is done right here with my hands and with my love. And that is just part of my gifts. And that's another thing that Ann and I are here to talk about is our gifts. These gifts that we are given to on this planet, these spiritual and esoteric gifts, and they're the same gifts that you guys have. We're just here to try to help you tap into them. We're nobody special. We are just your basic organic human, just like you are. We come from love. We are no different.
Yes, we come
Yep.
from Mother Earth.
Yes,
Come from
we do.
Mother. We are Mother's creation.
We are. We do
Every
come from,
human being who has meat and bones is Mother's creation first.
yes,
That's just how
this
it
is your
is.
meat suit. And
So I'm in my own house, so I have people come home. Gotta shut the door.
And I'm at my healing facility that is located in Glendale, Arizona, you guys. I am here in the valley in Arizona. I'm at 4330 West Union Hills, Glendale, Arizona, right off of 43rd and Union Hills. So if you're anywhere here near the valley or in Arizona, please come see me. Or if you're coming through the state, come visit. You can always go to, I also have a website, elevatedbyclaudine.com, where you guys can get more information about the services I provide and the events that I have and my medicine. And Anne is also on there for anyone who wants to get an energy reading. If you want to get an energy reading, go to services. You guys go ahead and sign up and we will get you a reading with Anne. You'll get to hire her for, I think you have an hour or 45 minutes that you do, I think is your service.
No, I
Yeah,
think
I
it
think it's
goes. I think it's like an hour 20.
Oh, an hour 20, maybe an hour
Yeah.
45 minutes. Yeah, we've got you listed on that. You guys, I haven't taken a look. Yeah, it's been a while since I've taken a look at it. But yeah, she does have services that she provides too, and you can find her services on my website. So again, that's Elevated by Claudine at elevate www. Sorry, you guys, it's been a long day. www.elevatedbyclaudine.com. Gosh, it's been a day. It's been a busy day. I think I had about 7 clients come in today.
That's busy. I
It's
think
busy.
I
Yeah.
think it'll just get busier as time goes on. I feel like
Yes.
25 is going to be pretty busy for some people. People like
Well,
you.
let me tell you what 25 is going to be. Let's get into this, you guys.
I get one message for 25. I have been getting one message, and it's very clear. and it's very simple, and I just keep hearing it, and it just says, "Do not fear." Everybody, do not fear. Whatever gets thrown at you, do not fear. Fear is the worst thing you can have as a human being, because fear is such a strong vibration, but it is very low vibration. And when you are down there, lots of things can jump on you. You're vulnerable. So, both physically, when you're fearful, you're going to be stressing, your liver is going to be working more, your body's going to be all tight, and but also spiritually, when you're stressed and you fear, that's when things can attack you. Like, it's just the way it is. And in our world right now, because we have this crazy social media and there's so many outlets out there, there's going to be a lot of stuff thrown at people. Like, I just can tell and I can feel it, and it's what's going to be. And people need to be have good discernment for what's coming, and have a humbleness for taking in information that you might not 100% agree with, but we all have to be open to listening and communicating. But we cannot fear, because if you fear, that's when all the weird, not nice stuff takes over. So that's the
Yeah,
main message I get for 25.
yeah. My message, and I got Nova McKenna says, I am very interested in all your products. I am just a little more complicated than the average patient. Bring on complication. Be as complicated as you want, because I get complicated, Nova. And
Claudine's
uh,
very good. I will say from experience, Claudine is very good. She's very good with understanding, what is it, the innate of
the,
someone,
yeah,
hearing on a energetic level what is physically manifesting in you. Claudine is also very, very, very good at your your state of mind, and how to stay calm when you feel really weird physically in the body, and you go, all this stuff happening and your body's just having like a spaz attack and everything's just going nuts in your body. She's very good at having an understanding but keeping super calm. Like, a lot of when I first met Claudine, is what I was feeling and experiencing in my body. I kept telling myself, this is karma. This is some kind of karma. And I kept trying to like dig really deep. And I had this karmic state of mind that I was so convinced. But having that, I think it was slowing things down, because it's like I kept feeling like shit in myself. It's like, this is karmic. And Claudine just was like, oh no, maybe this is all part of your like your soul, like what you were always meant to go through. It's not a karmic thing. Like, and she just helped change my way of thinking and thought, and it helped my body settle down more and be able to heal and be more about like physically how I was feeling, not so much, oh, this is happening because I'm a bad person. Or she's just very good at that. She has no, I say she has, for me personally, other people might think differently, but for me, who's had a lot of judgment throughout her life since a young child, and I'm very afraid of judgment. I don't like it, because when I hear it, like, Claudine's very good at telling you the truth, but without this judgment. And when you're really hard on yourself in life, sometimes the last thing you need is someone there that's learning all these different, darker parts of you. And in a, oh, well, I think that, and, and they talk down to you. And for me, Claudine's an older woman who's been through more, has, grown adult children. So to have that kind of like love and respect, but truth, from an older woman who, like, I really respected who you are, like, as a mother and stuff, it really helped me. It really, really helped my physical body too.
well,
So
thank you.
yeah,
I appreciate that for you putting that out there. That's really awesome. I have been working with Anne for over 5 years. You guys were going on our sixth year. Um, I do get you out of the thinking mind. That is my job. That is my gift. That is one of my gifts, to get you out of your thinking mind. I literally can change the way you think by just
yeah,
standing in front of me, being in
yeah,
front of my presence, or even messaging. Um, And that is one of my gifts that I have. I have a gift of helping you come out of your thinking mind, which I call your default mechanism part of your brain that goes. It's stealing your energy. Your default mechanism brain is right next to your pineal gland. But I want to touch a minute on what Anne was talking about fear. Okay. Well, no. And then my downloads that I was thinking about and fear, you guys, and my message for 2025, I'm going to kind of go back on a little bit on what we were just talking about a few minutes ago. Now, my message for 2025 is same thing. Let's take our fears and make them opportunities. So
Yes,
opportunities over fear. Okay, you guys. And it also for 2025, it's a time to clean up your act.
100%.
It is about the vessel. It is about taking care of this human because I'm going to tell you what, for those of you who continue to be an anchor for anything of darkness, you're going to be sent back home to the creator because we cannot have any more of this dense energy. And yes, us humans, we are the anchors of this planet. We anchor it all, light and dark. Nothing can exist without us, the anchors. That's what humans are. Humans are anchors for this planet, for Mother Gaia. And 2025 is going to be about putting the work in, you guys. You've got to put the work in. You've got to clean this vessel and you've got to get spiritual muscles. Come on, we got to get them up and you got to start flexing those things because only the strong are going to survive this, what's coming for us with the new energies and the new
For
earth.
sure. For sure.
Yes.
For
So,
sure.
um, oh, Nova says she felt that last week. She said she felt that. So Nova's on, she's feeling it too. So Nova's getting the same message. So a lot of us are getting the same messages. That is going to be that's good. That's good if we're all getting the same message because that is what it's about. We are a collective. We are all one. So it's not, like I said, it's just not Ann and I getting these messages. It should be the whole collective unit of all of us should be getting these same messages. So good. Thank you, Nova, for letting us know that you're feeling that too. And
I think a lot of people are.
mhm,
I think
good.
I think a lot
Yeah.
of people are. I think
And,
I
and
think it helps when there's somewhere that we can talk about it and like that's what I mean. People need to talk and communicate and come together and like help make each other strong, by being the best person you can. It's
we need
really
each
hard
other.
at the moment
We are a
sometimes.
support. Yeah. We are greater in bigger numbers. The more numbers we are, the greater we are, you guys.
Yeah.
Because we are light. We are source light. We are light. That is what we're here for. We come from the light. We are the light. That is what we are here. We are the anchor. We are the anchor of this planet and of this universe to emanate this light that we come from. So now it's time to get things and start going to work and start cleaning our act and start getting our vessel cleaned and
And
getting,
start for sure. There's
yep,
something going on, Claudine. There's something happening. I have to say it. I want to say it to a health professional. But there's ever since 2020, that's when we felt the real big jolt. Something has been happening in across the globe as far as health is concerned. Something is happening inside of people where it's either bringing things to life, bringing traumas to life inside the physical body. I don't know if it's the fascia coming to life, like the fascia holds 95% of water and water holds memory. So when people talk about light bodies and stuff, like I'm just throwing it out there because I know since 2020 I went through a huge different feeling in my body and I've had to catch up and understand what's been happening. And I always like to put like a physical 3D, body stuff to what's you're feeling. Because I've been to doctors for the last, this last year I didn't go. I stopped going. But I would go. I was going to emergency, and I'm like, this is happening. And they'd be like, yes, we see swelling. The doctors would be like, yeah, we see something there, but no one could help me. So I had to figure out the best way that worked for what I feel inside my body. That I couldn't get any help from medical people, like the 3D medical world. So, but I'm finding it more and more now as time's going on that there's a lot of weird health stuff that's happening inside of people. and I don't know the medical explanation. I'm not here to make any medical claims, but something's
No, we
happened.
are not here to make any medical claims. We only
No,
speak upon anecdotal evidence of what we have been through, and I
yeah,
speak from
I'm speaking on
evident. Yeah,
experience.
she speaks from experience, and so do
Physical
I. And
experience.
it's no, it's not my anecdotal evidence here. I also have over probably, I don't know, 2,000 clients, and I am also speaking off of their experiences that I have shared with them. I don't name names, but I do speak a lot of their experiences. And again, we're going to go on what Anne said earlier, you guys. She just said on when we just started opening, she was talking about fear and what fear does to the body. I, she's
Mhm.
absolutely right. If you're going to choose fear, which is a low density energy, it's going to bring you down. You are feeding what I call anti-source, the darkness. You are anchoring your energy into the darkness to feed the dark part of you. You've got your darkness, you've got your light. Okay. So you feed that fear, you're going to start feeding that fight. Then the fight and flight gets all messy. And then your adrenaline start to produce and start to overproduce. And then your cortisol kicks in.
Mhm.
And then you are just one big walking anxiety, panic attack, in fearful human who is completely unbalanced.
Yep, pretty
And when
much.
you're unbalanced, you become sick. You have kidney problems, you have liver problems, you have gallbladder problems, you have heart problems, you have lymphatic problems. Okay, one little thing in your system goes out, it causes a domino effect for everything else. You've got your hormone system, you've got your endocannabinoid system, you've got lymphatic system, you've got all these systems that need to run synchronicity to each other. Okay,
100%.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And when you allow some kind of lower energy or a lower vibration or frequency hinder that, you become unbalanced again. I just said that a few minutes ago, so I don't want to repeat myself,
Sure.
but that is exactly what fear will do. That fear, anxiety, uh stress.
Fear,
Oh,
fear and
stress is a huge one.
anxiety is so bad. Fear and anxiety is just not good for the body. But
Mm-mm.
did you know? I've learned this because I watch a lot of fascia release people. Like I like to watch and understand that, and I watch how they do it. And sometimes I do them to myself and give myself fascial
Mhm.
releases. But I was watching this one guy, and he said, "So you get depression that comes out from here, but depression actually stores in your intestines that sit there, like right next to your belly button, just down from there." And he has this fascial release that you can do where it's like, and you put your hands right in, you lean back, and you open up the intestines, because that flow of opening up the intestines will also help the depression, like just that flow of your bodily junk going through your body will actually help release some of the depression sitting inside your body, because sometimes it just stores in there, and you can get better, but then you can get and you find yourself going back into it, and that's because it's storing. I know, because I suffered from depression for many years, and very badly, and I could never understand why, even with my train of thought. But ever since I started making myself better inside my actual gut and everything, and trying to open that, I cannot get depression. Even when something comes at me and it brings my vibration down super low, I have the ability to jump back out of it. Like I can just train
Yes,
my mind
indeed,
to,
you do.
and my body isn't feeling that. My body doesn't have that stored junk inside my intestines. So,
Because
you know,
you became aware of it, you did
yeah,
something
yeah,
about it,
yeah,
you went into action, you learned about
yeah,
the fascia, and then
yeah,
that was your that was your your release. And
yeah.
I do believe in fascia, I do believe in releasing these areas, because what happens, you guys, is you get these anxiety, which I already told you the different systems that it reacts to, from the adrenaline glands to
Mhm.
um it gets in the adrenaline, gets into the fight and flight, it gets into your, then it reacts, your cortisol reacts, da 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 da. Okay, but what it
Mhm.
is too is that it's this energy. Okay, you're going along and you have this energy flow that's going through you, and then all of a sudden something makes you anxious. okay?
Mhm.
Or you get depressed because something from the past crept up, okay? And all of a sudden it stops.
Mhm.
You start to think about it, you start to manifest it, you start playing with it, you start putting it in what I call the linear brain, talking yourself into it, talking yourself out of it, and then it gets stuck in the fascia somewhere, usually in the organs, always in the gut. All
Mhm.
diseases come from the colon, every single
Yep.
one of them.
Yep.
And yep, and that is what happens. So it gets stuck energy. And then there you go. You don't have your soul swimming properly through
Yep.
your chakra system. And you get a
Mhm.
stuck energy and it's stuck there. And until you unstuck it, then it starts to flow. And what I also want to say is we're not trying to tell you not to have these energy and not to have these type of emotions and feelings, because it is very natural
Yes.
for things to come up and for you to have these little kind of feelings that happen. But don't allow them to stop and get stuck. Feel them,
Yeah.
process them,
Yeah.
release them, do whatever you got to do. Go for a run, kick a can, put a rock in the hand and put it inside your hand and roll it. But release that energy out of you somehow, some way as you're feeling it, and then it doesn't get stuck in the body. So,
Mhm.
those are some tools in the tool bag right there.
Mhm.
And like Anne says, she does a fascia massage. If you guys
Mhm.
want to learn more about fascia, go ahead and Google that. I am not an expert on that, but I do know there's a lot of Reiki masters out there, and I do work with some and some massage therapists here in Arizona, in Glendale, that can help you with that. And if you guys are interested, all you got to do is email me, call me, come see me, and I'll give you guys their information. Once I get
Mhm.
permission to go ahead and put their information here on the website, I will, but I don't have permission yet. So,
They're just they're just things that I like to like do in my spare time.
yeah.
Understanding your body, but like on a maybe a more deeper level than just
Hmm.
I don't know. The fashion is so interesting. I'm so fascinated by this thing because I see like when in 2020 when I went through everything and I started like I started having spiritual people like nothing wrong with it, but I always didn't like the whole spiritual realm because of how I grew up and it was so in my face. But I had like I was sick and I had all these spiritual people coming and telling me, oh, it's this and it's that. And I start people see people talking about, oh, we're gonna access light bodies, da, da, da. And it's very fantasy for someone like me. Like I like real. I'm in a human suit. If the body is not feeling well because something's wrong, like I had a very fatty liver that I just could not, I didn't know it was there and I couldn't, and that was from like years of eating probably oily foods. Also, a substantial, like maybe 3, 4 years of very strong medication for like painkillers, and that would have just all built up in my liver.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, and
And
then I
again,
also
you're in the restaurant business. We both are.
oh, when I
And
went to the restaurant, I was not on pharmaceuticals. I was hardcore. I've gone full natural. I started wanting to go natural after about 3 solid years, and my brain, like I was functioning, but I didn't like it. I gained lots of weight, especially in the middle bit. And like everyone was telling me, oh, that's like medication will build up. I didn't understand the human body quite well. But to me, it's like, well, if that's making me fat, I need to go stop taking that. Like, because I hate being fat. So I just hate being fat. It depresses me, probably
it's
because my
gross. Yeah,
colon
it just
is
feels
filled up.
horrible and gross.
It
And you have this
does.
extra weight and it's
It
hard to move. It's
does.
hard to get up. And
That
again,
was enough for me to stop medication for
it's a
good.
dense energy. It's a dense energy, and it's okay for the ones who have it. And I know you're working through this. Again, it's just dense energy when you have
It's
extra
just build
pounds on
up.
you. It's
The
just build up. Yeah.
thing is with medication, and I feel very sad for people who have to take it all the time. Like there are cases of that, but it's just a build up. Your liver, you only have one liver, and your liver takes a beating your whole entire life. And when you have to be putting a substance in it, especially medication, that's a lot the liver has to take on. The liver holds emotion for ourselves, like when you're sad, when you're angry, that's all like your liver is feeling that and it's creating, and that's why you get that heat, because when your gut creates something, it goes up into your head, and in a healthy gut, it will be able to process and get all that crap out. But if you don't, it gets stuck there. But your liver creates and holds out emotion. So if you're angry, if you're drinking, like if you're taking medication, you're just making your liver work real goddamn hard, and it's not going to make you feel very good. It's going to make you feel pretty sick. But
It
yeah,
gets to a
so
point where you get the where you get
my liver took a beating. My liver, I came off of all the medication, like full clean for a solid year. Had been going to the gym, ate clean for what I thought was clean, but no medication. And I was drinking, and one day, like literally overnight, my body just went, nah. You cannot drink any, and I would vomit, and I would just get really
from the
sick, and
fatty liver because it got so
yeah,
inflamed. Your liver gets inflamed with all these
and
emotions and all these toxicities that she's talking about, these toxins that she's putting in it. And it's
mhm,
working overtime because your
mhm,
liver is what cleans out your system.
yeah.
And then goes to your kidneys, and then goes to your gallbladder, and then to your ileum, and all this other stuff. And
Well, your liver and
mhm.
your gallbladder are two things you really want to protect and take good care of. And medication is not good for it. Did you know that glaucoma? One of the things that bring on glaucoma is someone. One of the things they ask you is, do you take lots of medication that you have to take all the time? And that would be because of the buildup. It builds up in your whole lymphatic system, but it's one of the reasons that people can get glaucoma later on in life is a buildup of medication. It was so interesting. I've
The
learned
plaque.
so many
Remember the
interesting things.
plaque? I've told you it's
Yes,
plaque
because it's
buildup. It's
plaque.
plaque. It's
Yes,
plaque.
it's I've had this because I've like had to clean up my lymphatic system like hardcore because my body was not functioning
I
and
know.
existing with this fatty liver, and it was just making me sick, and it was like it was bad.
I've
And
watched you for almost, yeah, I've watched you going on 6 years now, watching you battle this thing with your liver
oh yeah, the
and your
liver.
kidneys and your
I
kidneys.
love and your kidneys, yeah, and be
Your
very
kidneys, you've had a
quick.
hell of a time with your kidneys. No kidney stones, though.
Yeah.
You haven't had any kidney stones yet, huh? That you know of.
I think I have had so much buildup, but like what I have to flush out all the time, like when it comes out,
Mhm, mhm.
it's just it. You can tell it's like there's so much buildup. I can feel it inside me, like I can feel it inside my liver. I can feel it through my lymphatic system. So I know there's still a bit to detox out, but it's a buildup. The liver builds up monumentally, and you get to your adult years, and it just will go boom. No, people get their gallbladders taken out because they drank the last 15 years, and your gallbladder just goes, nah, I can't take it. I can't take the oil. I can't take the alcohol. And it just spazzes out, and you got to get it taken out. And then your body has to learn how to regulate itself in a whole different way. And like, your gut is so important. People need to be kinder to their gut, like a lot kinder. We're very mean to it. We're mean to it, and in what we eat, in what we consume, in our emotions, in our traumas, the the decisions that we take on, and then it causes stress, and then that just puts more stress on your liver and the angry emotion. Like your body is just taking this beating because your
It
brain is
really is.
pick this, pick that, and then your poor little stomach in there is just like, oh, I can't, oh, one more hit, like,
And
just,
this is a thing, you guys, and these are kind of facts that I'm talking about. They should be at least common sense facts, okay, you guys? We were never meant to take chemicals. We were never meant, our bodies were never designed to put chemicals, harsh chemicals of synthetic things made by man.
mm-hmm. Nope.
A science man who thought it was a good idea to put these chemicals in our body. What was pharmaceutical? It's just part of the darkness for the brainwashing and stuff. But our bodies are not designed to take these chemicals. They really aren't. And
They
but
are.
gosh, dang, the body is so amazing what we can do with it and how we do get rid of it and how we rejuvenate to heal ourselves. We can heal ourselves from almost any disease, you guys. We really can. I'm not so sure about the ones who are on pharmaceuticals, the ones that are staying alive because of pharmaceuticals. That's a tricky one right there. If pharmaceuticals
I
are
don't know.
keeping you alive, those are what are keeping you alive. That's all that is. You're here because you relied on those medicines to keep you here, because you allowed them to probably take too much stuff out of your body. So,
Mhm.
and that's your journey, and that's why
That's
you're here on this
their-
planet, to go
yeah.
ahead and experience that. And that is your lesson to learn. That's what we're here for, to learn lessons. But
Mhm.
I would say at least 99% of any of us who are suffering from any kind of element that is on pharmaceuticals, you can heal it yourself, or there is a plant medicine that can help you with that. And that's
Mhm.
why I'm here, to help you guys with that. But
Definitely.
anyways, yeah, no, Anna's, and then another thing I wanted to put in here was what is it? Okay, so we're not supposed to take any pharmaceuticals, chemicals are not meant to be on this body. And what was another one that came in? What was it that I was going to say? Oh, I don't remember. I lost it. But anyways, it'll come back. Yeah. Um, but
The chemical thing, I'm going to say it again. Deodorant. Stop putting deodorant under your arm that has chemicals in it. Stop doing it. I'm trying to get my kids to stop. It's not good for you. My son, he gets that spray one, which is like the worst of the worst.
the
It's,
arsenal, the
he just
aerosol is so poisonous.
yeah, and he just sprays his underarms and he sprays it all around. But when he's around me, I want he sprays it and then he sees me and he's like, puts it down. I don't like them. They're so bad for you people. When children are young, they don't realize how bad it is for them because their bodies are still really new. That when they spray it on, it just feels cold and whatever. When you're older, take notice, adults, old people who are a bit older, when you spray on perfume or you spray on that type of deodorant, if it stings you, that's your body fighting back, saying, "Hey, I got too many chemicals in here. Like you're just overloading me." Next time you feel that sting, listen to it. That's your body going, I'm toxically overloaded. Stop putting this shit into me because I can't breathe. Because under your arms, that is one of the biggest lymphatic systems inside you. Like that drains so much. That drains your kidneys, that drains your liver. If you have really bad body odor under your right arm, that's your liver saying it's not healthy. If you have it under your this arm, that's like your kidneys and saying that they need to breathe. So when you go put that deodorant on, that's just closing up that door for
You're
your body,
masking, you're
and it's
masking it up.
absorbing, and
Mhm.
it's
And you're putting
absorbing
the
in your
heavy
body.
metals and everything in there. So can I ask you
Yes,
something? What is
you
your
might as well spray
son?
it into your mouth like that.
No,
It's
don't do
true,
that. Be
bud.
my, yeah, it's true. You might as well go put it in your
It's
mouth.
might as well just go spray it in your mouth and like just inhale the chemicals. Like it's like yeah,
I'm going
it's
to
your
touch on that.
mouth.
But can
It's
I ask you a question? What is it about your son? Is he scared to stink? What is it that's so, why
he
is
just
he
likes
doing that?
smelling
Why is he
good.
sabotaging himself like
My son
that? What
is
is it? What's his
16.
mind frame? Do you know?
I think they just want to smell good. Like, if they're standing next to their friends and like they just want to smell fresh and good. My daughter's the same. She's 18 and she just like her bedroom is like I say to her, it looks like when you go to the department stores, you got all the makeup and the
Ugh.
perfumes for sale. Like it's just, bottles of perfume everywhere. In the room there's like maybe five at least different smells at a time. It's just
And then I sent you that perfume for her too. She wanted that
yeah.
perfume. Well, at least that's oil based. That's a little bit safer. She's going up a little bit on
Yeah,
the
she's
ladder
she's
there
getting.
of
She doesn't use chemicals under the arm. She only uses like what I use. Like she does take. She won't drink tap water. She only drinks filtered water. So she is
good,
conscious of what she's
good.
doing in chemicals. So that's good. You just have to
Yeah,
keep saying it. Just
yeah, they're
keep putting it in
yeah.
their brains when it's the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
Because
you're their mom. You know what you're doing. You just got to keep reassuring in them. The more they do, it'll click. It'll absorb to them
yeah,
eventually.
it does. It
They're
just
young.
keeps absorbing. It absorbs into your
It
system.
does.
It absorbs. It goes into your liver. Once again, if you're putting perfumes on you, if you're sniffing it, that's going straight into your lymphatic system. Everything hits your liver. It's just the way it is. It will
Yeah.
find its way, even little bits here and there. It's all
Yeah.
connected. It's
Yeah.
one big, huge connection. So
It is.
chemicals will absorb back into that lymphatic system from there. Even from behind like
Hmm.
there we have very sensitive like our lymphatic system and the way it all the most lymphatic part of our body is here. So when we're putting all those chemicals on us, We're just, it's all
And in
absorbing
the
into
stomach, you
us.
have a very huge, large group of lymphatics. Your lymphatic system goes from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Remember, I
Right.
just went through
Yep.
this. My whole right side went out this year. Remember, I had my whole right side of my lymphatic system went out. So I'm telling you guys, it goes from your toes to your head because
Does.
I had the pain and the ringing on the top of my head, in my ears, in my eyes, all through the nostrils, went down my neck, wrapped around my breast, up through the armpit, all the way down into my stomach, and then down to my feet. And the worst
Yep.
part of it was my feet, because if I
Yep.
stood up, the whole pain shot from my feet and shot boom, straight to my head.
Your
And that's
head.
when I was paralyzed for a while in my bed for about 3 days. That's how bad I got. I finally overcame everything and I am back better than I have ever been.
Did you figure out
And
what the blockage was, but like from that side? Like
oh yeah,
what was
I figured out what
causing?
it was. Huh?
What
I
was
wasn't
the
walking my
right
path.
side?
I wasn't walking my true path and
But
I
like
was
as far
got
as an
in.
organ goes, do you think it was your gallbladder, your kidney, your liver? Like it's your right side. When it's your
It
left
was a
side, I
little
would
bit of
say it's your stomach
everything.
and your heart.
It's the gallbladder. That's my decision maker.
Hmm.
And I was not on the path that I was supposed to be because I was dealing with people pleasing and keeping the peace.
Hmm.
And spirit knows how to stop me in my tracks when I had to, because I was not walking my path, being in a situation, a business deal with some people. As Ann knows, I'm not going to put all my business out there, like, because these people, I can't talk about these people. So anyways, that I could talk about my end of it, and that's what happens when you are sensitive to energies. It will stop you and it will paralyze you like it paralyzed me. And but yeah, I figured out what was blocking it and I got my fascia done. I had someone actually coming and doing massages on me to my place, to my residence where I was staying at, to move this fascia and get it going for me. And that the massages is what got it to start working properly again. And it was about a 6 month healing road for me. And it's true. It's under the armpits, you guys. You've got the lymphatic. It is so important. If you do not work those armpits and you do not move that fascia under there, it's where uh, breast cancer comes from. It comes from the lymphatic system from under
For
the armpit.
sure.
Yeah.
It makes
It's
so
where breast
much
cancer.
sense now.
Yeah, it
It
makes so
just
much sense.
makes so much sense. Like
Yeah.
now that I,
When you listen to your body, people, when you listen to what it's saying, because it is talking to you, everyone has a innate. Everyone was born with one. Innate is your natural sense of something that that you come to this planet knowing, that no one had to teach you. No one had to teach you how to go to the bathroom. No one had to teach you how to chew your food and swallow it. But someone had to teach you, had to learn the fire was hot, didn't you? That's your innateness. Like when an animal comes to this planet, they don't have to learn that the fire's hot. They already innately know the fire's hot. They remember that.
the instinctual part of us.
Your instinct, innate, that you remember. Everyone's innateness is different, and not everyone has
Do
the
you
same
want?
innateness.
Do you want to know something I learned in Chinese medicine that I found really interesting too? So when they do Chinese medicine, they work with your qi and whatnot. So you have your qi that we have now. Qi's very, I don't know. I had one Chinese acupuncturist and she laughed at me. She goes, "Oh, qi is your phlegm." So but it is a phlegm system that's working through you, and I guess when you translate it. But the white people or whatever, they say chi because it's like your life force, your aura. But in Chinese medicine, when they do acupuncture, they can work with your normal chi that you have after birth. You actually also have a prenatal chi that they can tap into, and it's kind of like the extreme measures when they can't tap into your normal chi for your body to heal. They go and they can tap into this prenatal chi. I actually had it done to me that I found out later, but I think it's a bit more aggressive and but it's a life force that you have before you're born. So that I found super interesting. That even in Chinese medicine, there's two different qis that they can work with when they do their acupuncture, and
Yes.
one is prenatal, and one is postnatal. And when you play with your prenatal, it can actually be very dangerous to where it can even cause, like, I don't know, he said death, but it might have been being extreme.
Open
But
up other portals. Yeah, it opens up other portals that
yeah.
you may not be
So
ready to go through, which can cause a heart attack, a stroke, dense. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
in my mom's belly, I when I came out, I had the cord wrapped around me, so the
Mm,
prenatal she might have not been very safe for me to be tapping into. Like,
yeah.
if I was born dead, like that's. But I'm alive now, so maybe that prenatal chi, because it said I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, I felt real strange, but I was still here. But like, and I'm getting, and when he saw me, he's like, yeah, yeah, we need to like, and when he found out, he's like, I don't know what she was doing. That was a bit like insane. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was, but, and it
Could
did
it be a
make,
residual that came? Could it be, do you believe you can open up residuals that you come in here on this planet with on your
there
chi?
must,
Good and bad
yeah,
residuals are left on, I believe, come on with your chi. Like, let me
like there
see.
must be some soul journey that that you have, and it's there, and it's inside you from the day that you were in that belly. And then I guess your birth is like its own experience in itself, but then once you're born, everything's free choice, so your life journey isn't always going to be exactly like this is how, if you were born into this atmosphere, you would have been this person, but you were born into this and you become this person. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But that prenatal chi I found super interesting, that she had been tapping into that. I remember how I was feeling with that, tapping into it, with acupuncture. But yeah, it was deep. It takes you, I felt how I felt in my mind. I felt that I was not here. I felt like I was dead, but I was in a human body, and I was to function and be, but my brain was like, I don't know, like my chi was telling me something, and it was working really hard. Apparently, I had a lot of heat in my lungs, and it was just, which is probably my organs were working too hard. I don't know. I don't really understand
It's
the
that
whole.
fire energy that you carry around with you.
Maybe, yeah. Just tapping into that energy.
And when Anne's talking about healers that tap into your energy and open up your portals or open up your chi or open up your fascia, all these terminologies that we're talking about, please be very careful on what type of healer you guys are working with, because Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, and native medicine, they have these gifts, you guys, and they can do this, but you want to make sure that you're working with someone who's going to do the right thing by you. Okay, that they're going to work your energy in a way that is good for you and for you, and they know how to dispose of it off of them. Okay,
Yes.
I'm just saying, because I have, this is probably something that is residual left on my chi or my fascia that I came in on. Here we go, talking about the residual. I already knew innately my whole life to not just let anyone touch me or work on my body, that I am not, I always knew that I was not someone's experiment, that you just can't do that. That's not okay. Anne's had other experiences. She has had people allow, and she's had to clean that up, you guys. And it has been some
Yes.
brutal, brutal stuff. I'll
Yes.
let her explain her story on the stuff she's gone through. And just because of her, I was like, oh, thank God I knew not to do that.
It's
Because
so
I suffer.
true.
Yeah, I watched you suffer, and it was some crazy stuff. And
Mm.
so just be careful on the type of healer you have, as even with an acupuncturist. Make sure this person
Yes.
knows how to knows how to puncture you. I'll let Anne go into acupuncture. She's really good about explaining acupuncture because she practices, well, she goes and has a healer practice acupuncture on her. It is something that her and I really enjoy. And again, we are very picky on who works on us because of Anne's experience of what she's gone through by allowing healers open her up when they should have never opened up what they opened up. So I'll go ahead and let you explain your story on
Yes.
this.
So definitely, I would say, especially for me personally, with Reiki or any of that kind of spiritual aspect, like that really much more intense spiritual aspect. From what I have understood from different people who have taught me that have gone through that journey. And I have one lady who is like a full born again Christian now, but in her younger years, like she'd be like, I read the Book of Death, and she went deep. She did the whole Reiki master, and she was like top of the class, like whatever, like so much stuff. And I know when somebody has very strong energy and powerful energy, because not many people can consume my energy in a conversation, but some people can. And this woman, like, I don't know if she's reptilian or anything, because her eyes would go into a slit and go green when I would
Oh,
talk to her.
reptilian brain?
Something
She,
like that. She's like,
reptilian brain.
yeah, there's
Or
something
she
there.
couldn't have, maybe she didn't shed her reptilian brain. It could be a lot of different things that you're seeing there, unless, you know what you know. Yeah.
It's strong energy. But she taught me for what she did and what the Bible teaches is, and I will always say this because I grew up with the Bible. I did the whole back, turning back on Christian, whatever. The Bible for me is blueprint. When there are things that the Bible says that are like rule books of like, don't do this, don't do that. I do take notice and I do listen. And from what I could gather, what she was teaching me is, as a human being, we're not supposed to go opening portals and go looking into the other side. We are meant to pray. We are meant to let it be God that comes naturally from the above and give us these gifts, blah, blah, blah. When you are a healer, you do spiritual, like that's why I guess Christians say psychics are demonic, because you're not, according to the Bible, you're not supposed to sit there and like open the spirit world and go into it, which is possible. A Ouija board, you're opening that portal. So when you are doing spiritual work, Reiki, whatnot, you're opening, like they're being a vessel and they're putting their hands on you and they're transferring a particular spirit to, like, the human being is not the magical person. We're being the vessel to whatever that spirit is that's coming through. Some people are more powerful than others, most definitely. I had one Reiki lady who did Reiki on me, and I did not care for the spiritual world. I didn't believe it like I did with ghosts, but I was very closed. And she did a session on me, and to this day, she's one of the most powerful. Like, I don't know what she did, but she's like, oh, you might see colors, blah, 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 blah. I closed my eyes. I was in my right state of mind the whole time, but I experienced like colors. I experienced like heat coming off my head. And then at the very end of it, I could just feel like as if there was like people walking around, like just flutter. But when she finished it, she was at the top of my head and she put her hands somewhere around my head. And I literally, like, I saw, like, it was if like clouds opened up and I just saw these rainbow colors and I saw this circle of angels and they were like in a circle, like going like this. And like I heard harps and like she's opened up. And it was just like, and I was just like, what the hell? What was that? Like, I didn't know what to think, because like that's, I'm like 38 at the time, 2 kids, normal life, like shut myself off, and that happened like 12 o'clock in the daytime. So this woman, the problem with her is once something like it started getting a bit complicated, like I had my ex in the picture, and she didn't like the chaos that was coming with dealing with me, and she just cut me off. She just went, I'm not going to help you. This is not good for me. This is, my angels say I'm not going to. And she just went like that to me. And I've just seen angels. Like, what? You're not supposed to do that. For starters, she's opening herself up to heal me. I don't know what her spirit, I haven't spent time looking into her, who's she accessing. This lady, this born again Christian Reiki lady, told me that when they do that kind of healing, she went to an extreme and she said they're accessing demons. Like, even if they're doing ancestors and stuff, they're accessing. For a human to physically do that to a person, they're only accessing demons and not angels. That's what she said to me. She said, so that energy after a period of time in them, it will make them sick. And she says, if they have put that energy onto you, you will get sick. It is not good energy. And you know what? 2 years later, I was pretty sick. Like, I was not in a good space. My body was sick. I'm not full putting it on her, but yeah, like I did have to go back to her 2 years later and say to her, like, what you did was not right. And I've been sick, and I had to like throw that energy back at her. It's the only way I could do, like, deal with like how I was feeling. And then I just kept seeing her and remembering what that lady said. And she's like, you got to send the energy back. So I did it because I had no other choice. And it made a difference. Like, for me, it made a
Because you were
difference.
all powerful. You were all powerful. You allowed someone else to come in and steal your power,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to call that back.
Yeah.
Because we are all powerful. We do not my another thing for 2025 that I'm going in with a strong message that I've been getting, and Anna and I've been talking about this quite a bit, is do not give your power to anything. Do not give it up to any saints. Do
No.
not give your power up to any kind of archangel.
No.
Um any kind of, come on, help me here, Anne. What else is out there that people are giving their
Everything,
energy up to?
religion,
Religion,
even
anything.
even a fucking materialistic thing like a car. Don't give your energy. Don't become your car because you got some Ferrari or you got some fancy
Beamer,
house.
yeah, yeah. You got some
Whatever
kind
it
of
is. Don't give
fancy.
your power up.
Don't give
Don't.
your power up. Do not give your power up to anything. Stand. You are almighty of everything.
Everything.
Yes, you are all of everything and everything that is. Do
Just be
not give your
you.
power up to Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel don't stop it. You don't really know
But you don't know what
what it's
energy.
about.
You're
Yeah, it's not all
working
these
with it.
angels and yeah, all
No.
these, they are neutralizers. They work for the darkness and they work for the light, you guys. I know it sounds crazy. It might be a new concept for some people. It might be not a new concept. Some of you guys already might know this, but please stand in your power, and you are almighty always.
And
So
you can heal yourself. You don't need to always keep going.
you are so much
I think for healing yourself personally, and this is how I've stopped, because I physically had to do things like in a physical fashion. I found the safest for me personally, who's I'm very energy sensitive. Like, everything affects me, to from towers and having a phone near me when I'm sleeping. Like, everything affects me. So energy is like kind of my language. So to heal, I had to do something alternative, different. So diet, whatnot. But for physical, for someone to work on me, I did find, like, I find physical things to be a lot better, like acupuncture, even massages, lymphatic drainages, all that kind of stuff. Fascia releases if people are around, like physical things to help your system start to move. Because one thing I've learned, once you get your organs and everything starting to function and move better, and you're eating better, and what's good for your mind, your brain starts to like not be as foggy. You can think better. When you have to make decisions, they're much more clearer. You just, that drama that used to, because you feel good when that drama comes, and you have a better idea when you're clean inside your body. But physical things, I find are best, for clear minds, for good connection. Yeah, just all about whatnot, feeling good inside yourself. But that also makes you, you know, it's easier to hear the right choices and the right things and the right decisions better when you're clear of mind, when there's not all this noise happening. So, but yeah, I found, like,
without all
try
the chatter going on. What That's when your linear brain takes over. That's when your thinking brain
that's
takes
your
over.
ego.
You're in your
That's
thinking,
your
but you're in
ego.
your ego. Yeah. And that's what I try to help push down, through the plants and through meditation and through all of these wonderful gifts that we all have. We just, just you guys, a lot of humans, the basic human one, lost. They're lost. They don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to trust. They don't know where to go. Well, now you do. You know now, right here and over here to Anne. Um, and I
Trust
always just
yourself.
Trust yourself.
Trust
Honestly,
yourself.
trust yourself. And you know,
If you
and if
can't
you're
trust
on a,
yourself, there's a big problem. You're not going
yeah,
to be able to trust anybody else.
you're not, yeah. And if you can't love yourself first, you're not going to be able to love anybody else either fully.
No.
So without conditions. So conditional love starts from truly loving yourself first, putting yourself first, and know that is not being conceited or being whatever else snooty or whatever else. No, loving yourself first is what you should be doing. Okay, you were not born unworthy. You were not born unworthy, no matter how much your system, your religion, whatever it is you were brought in, because here in America, our creation story is based on a two human uh uh two humans that are supposedly our creation story. The Adam and Eve story is our creation story, which is a lie. Okay. And all of this stuff that you were told has made you think you are unworthy, that you're unworthy of your God, that you're unworthy of everything. Because if you don't do this, you don't do that, you're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell, and da 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 da. But no, that's not true. You were born very worthy, worthy of everything, but you have never been told the core truths. You've been lied to and you've been brainwashed by this system that created religion and government and
And everything.
superstars. Yeah, everything. All the stuff that they've done is to lead all of us, basic human beings, into darkness and low frequencies. They hijacked this planet over 200 and over 216,000 years ago was a message actually I just got. And in that time, that was when the darkness made a deal called the Double Down Agreement. And that was when that wonderful man that some people call, most people know Jesus, but they also know him by Ishua, and another name is Sananda, was crucified by the wonderful humans because they made him an example. There's a lot more to that story. But anyways, he is a wonderful human that did come from the ninth plane up, the ninth density up, and to come show us how to do all this, how he had it a DNA activated at 85 to 90%, and that's why he could do all the things that he could do when he was here, manifest
I'm
things
gonna
out of thin air.
I'm gonna tell everybody. I think the name of this documentary is something called like Ziltgeist or something. Ziltgest, something like that. Try and look up something like that. But it is about that whole Jesus conversation. And I
Yeah.
think this is all based on history, this documentary,
Hmm.
but it's very eye opening because it's
Yeah.
about how Jesus has come and throughout history. If you read the like more of the history books, there has been a Jesus that has come and they've been crucified like every 300 years, something like that. And it's been something that's happened throughout history more than once. So
Oh, yes, yes, this is, yeah,
then
there's,
they
the story
there's
is so
just
deep.
a soul
Yeah.
that kept, getting born. Like I don't know. I don't get into the whole Jesus thing, but it was an interesting. It really push. If you have a very Christian Jesus Bible, this is how it is mind. This will push your belief system
Yeah,
because it's all
question,
based on history.
question everything, question
Yeah.
everything, question your belief.
Look
If
into
I,
it.
if we didn't, if Anna and I didn't question everything that has been told to us as our core truths, we wouldn't
Yeah.
be here where we are today, because it didn't make sense. It did not make sense when my pastor would tell me that I came from the rib of a man. Yeah, my pastor, it's a Bible story. It is a Bible story that I learned in my church because I was a born again Christian and I was a Bible thumper, and I went to the best Christian First Baptist of everything, those were the churches I went to and I became a member of. But when my pastor or my Sunday school teacher gave me that story and the pastor that women was created by man's rib, I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, I'm like, I came out of a vagina. I don't know. I don't know about what this guy's talking about over here. And then when I gave birth for the first time, I really knew that they were blowing smoke up my gate going hoo-ha. my ass because there's no
I
way,
just
because
didn't care.
every human came from vagina, period. Period.
But we
That's
didn't.
it.
We could have come from two people. Like that's for starters. The white gene has only been around and existent for 9,000 years, but
Yeah.
human beings have been existent for much longer, especially the indigenous who are still human. So why is the white gene so much more recent? You know, that doesn't make sense in
Yeah.
itself. But
Yeah.
also, how can two humans create this many humans? Like we're just super ancestral, right? Incest?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If that's the case. And that's gross. Like
Yeah.
our DNA would be all messed up if two humans, like look at humans who interbreed with each other. Their babies are like weirdos. Like it's physically impossible.
Look at the
Like
Rockefellers. Look at the royal
yeah,
family.
like look at
They've
them.
all
Look at
interbred.
the
They're all interbreeders because they
yeah, but
want to
that's
keep
why
their
they
wealth
but
in
that's
within the
why
family.
but look how ugly they are. That's why
They're
they look like
they're
they do.
very weird looking. They are
They're very
so weird
unattractive.
looking.
Same as the
They
royal
really
family,
are.
like those real, like royal family bred ones. Like they they might be the royal family, but their genes don't hold like a beauty factor. Like they're all quite strange looking.
Yeah, but
So
look at all the ones that marry in because I think they've kind of started to get a little bit smarter in this lifetime, realizing that if they could marry in some better blood, some better DNA, because it's all about the DNA,
well,
then they can
DNA brain
start to anchor, yeah, these newer generations that are coming in to
stronger.
withhold, yeah, stronger to withhold their wealth.
There's
So,
a country. It's either Denmark or Sweden. It's one of those really white countries in Europe. And for the last couple years, they've been having these functions where all the women, like white women, can come to these functions, and they have heaps and heaps of black men for these women, hoping that they can breed and marry and whatnot. And they say that's because they want the country to start having stronger genes, and black people have like the strongest genes. Like that's that's where the human body, if you look into it, originates more from. But they have like the dark skin. It's made for the sun, but that's what the country's doing is they're having these interbreed, so that the white women will marry these black men because they're saying so the genes can be stronger as time goes on for their country by mixing that white gene, because the white gene just like it breaks down a lot faster. It burns,
yep.
it gets cellulite, like everything just affects it. You get wrinkly faster. Like it's just not, look at the royal family. I wouldn't say it's like the strongest gene compared to like brown skin or black skin. Like you put them out in the sun, they'll survive. You put a white person out in the sun and they'll crumble, you know? And we do live on a
Well,
planet.
and that also has to do with all the toxins that we're full of too. So
Yeah.
the sun only gives you cancer if you have toxicity in the body. The sun is very good for you. The sun emanates a lot of good
Oh, for
healing.
sure.
We
For
are
sure.
supposed to be out in the sun for sunset,
Yeah.
sunrise, sunset. We are supposed to be doing sun yoga. But if you are polluted and you're toxic, you're going to get cancer. But
Yeah.
back to what
Uh,
Anne was just saying, I just want to emphasize on this when she was saying how this culture is trying to get better DNA, for stronger children in the future, for a stronger generation and a more knowledgeable generation. They're using the DNA for a good thing, trying to, these are humans who are trying to create, something better for their future. Now we know that this works because look at what was it Hong Kong? Wasn't there the ones who only allowed children to have they allowed a couple to have one child.
oh, that was China.
China allowed only you can only have a son,
One child. Yeah. No, you could only have one child, but it
only
was
one
more.
child.
It was better for a family to have a son.
Well, no,
So
the son is the one who supplied everything. The son was seen
yeah,
as
you
no.
want
The
a son.
girls were tossed. The girls were put in. They had a girl. There was either they had the abortion or they were put in foster care.
I have a story. I had a Chinese housemate a couple years ago, and she actually told me because I asked her this question. She was the firstborn girl in a Chinese family, and so I was asking her this. So in China, when you have more than one child, you have to pay tax on them. So you declare it, and then the government will tax you. So the richer families will have lots of however many they want because they can pay for each child that that they get taxed on. she was a girl and they wanted a boy. So what they did with her is they didn't announce her to the government. She was just hidden, like she was just brought up like non-existent for about 2.5 years. And her mom got pregnant and then had another. So when she was 2.5, she had a baby brother, and then she was a real small kid, so they waited for him to be about a year old, and then um, they registered them as twins. So, because you could do twins, if you get twins, that considered you can't kill one twin and keep another. So,
Wow,
but
that is one way of beating the system that we've
yeah,
seen what that has resulted to. So my whole entire thing, what I'm trying to say is these are real things that people that cultures do and that they do, hopefully we'll see a good thing on this thing that this culture is doing as far as mixing the DNA with African American to get the better genes. But we see how
stronger,
huh?
the stronger genes,
The
the more
stronger genes, yeah.
resilient.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. That's what I'm sorry. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
and
interesting. It's
yeah,
interesting that they
it
do
is
that.
very
I find
interesting.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
and what will come of it? What will come of that? Because we've seen what has come of when they try to control how many children you can have and what sex. And they're
Mhm.
not doing so well as far as their generation right now. They're all populated with men who are dying, but there's no women there to create more children for them. So they're having a problem. It's not working so well for them from them
Mhm.
doing that. So yeah, there's
Creation's a very
repercussions.
interesting topic, isn't it? Like you can do
Well,
so much with creation. Like
there
even down
is.
to the first man that was created. Like, some people go into the alien theory and Toth and what's the one that gave like, and you've got all Billy Carson, all the stuff he talks about and how the first man was created. But it's just interesting because creation is such a big thing. Like you can control so much when you can control creation, I guess, and how DNA
Well,
is
that's
mixed and
yeah,
what
that's
goes
just
into
yeah.
that.
Everybody wants to play God, it seems like. Everybody wants to play the creator, everyone wants to play mother. Everybody wants to play these bigger energies that, that we are part of. And it's
Yeah.
just kind of funny. It's just the human, it's just the way the human is. I mean, look at how bad the darkness is. I mean, it goes from them, if they can conquer Earth, if they can conquer Earth, and let me tell you, the humans, the Earthlings are just in their way. We're in their way because we're the anchors of this planet. We decide what happens here pretty much. And if they can take over this planet, that gives them a keystone planet to be able to take over all of creation, to take over source, to take over all of it. That's how demented they have become. They're so crazy. And none of that's going to ever happen because they can't even, oh my goodness, they can't even get in a ceremony right.
Now we've got the Pope trying to open 5 portals over Christmas. I
I
think he's just
know.
helping us.
Oh my gosh, the Pope
It's
just needs to go this.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, he just needs to turn that mantle in already. Gosh, trying to scare and put the fear in people. It's
I
just
think it's
none of
awesome. I
this is
think
going
it's
to
great that
work.
they're doing this supernatural opening portals. Like, I'm glad they're coming out with that kind of disclosure of we're going to open. We've been told that spirituality and all this kind of crap was just a bunch of hocus pocus and everyone's crazy if they believe it, but believe in Jesus and do this and do as we're telling. But now all of a sudden they're so desperate that all of a sudden we're going to open portals. Portals are supposed to be like, that's a spiritual thing. If I say I'm going to go open a portal to your average person walking down the street, they'd be like, yeah, you cuckoo. Like, but the Pope's opening 5 portals over Christmas. What does that tell everyone else? Like, CERN. What about CERN and them trying to open dark portals and using Shiva, like energy? Shiva energy is
There they
destruction
go,
for.
giving our power away, giving our power away to these entities, to these
Yeah.
gods that were here before. Yeah, no, we don't need to
There's
do
so
that.
much of this weird stuff happening, and it's like it's time
That's
for
the
us to
black
start
mag. Yeah, that's where magic comes in.
taking
Where
a bit of
that's where,
vengeance.
yeah, mhm. Yep, that's black magic right there. That's them using their black magic, and for us to follow these entities to think that they're, light forces, and they're not. They really aren't. They're not in our best interest at all. They're in the interest of themselves, and that is to extinct the human race so that they can overtake this planet and use this planet because they feel they can take this planet over. Then they can go ahead and take over the heavens.
I would like to understand um, I would like to understand what CERN actually is. I still don't quite get what CERN is designed for and what it's doing and how it might be affecting us, or like I'd love if someone who actually understood could like tell us and explain it to us, because I find it interesting that they would create such a big something, spend millions of dollars again into something, that some machine to create some kind of
That's
portal.
some AI anti-source. To me, I'm going to say it's just something that some anti-source, which we had a whole bunch of these different kind of uh, uh, AIs that were going around that were, that do not have human consciousness. They can't even create. All they can do is copy what we create. And they created this CERN. Probably one of them said, who knows, maybe it was the Omega, gives it to um, I don't know, let's say the Draconians or the Secret Space Service, and they said, here's CERN. This is another way to manipulate the energies of the humans and to probably implant us and with more of their metals or heavy metals so that they can control
Yeah,
us, because it's all about frequencies, right?
yeah, yeah.
And that is, that's what the chemtrails are about, aren't they? The chemtrails are about the metals that they put on us so that they can control us better. That's what they think they're doing, but it's not working. It really isn't. But I'm sure that some of these metals that they're putting on us is making a lot of us sick.
Oh,
We do
definitely.
feel,
And
we do feel this stuff. Yeah.
yes, I feel it for sure.
Yeah.
Chemicals, my mortal. I don't put chemicals on my body, and I lymphatic. So like I scrub myself every single day and try and shake up that lymphatic system,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
like all up around my face and around there, and just clean it all out. I wear a castor oil pack every night around like my gut area to try and help, because that's really good for your organs, and if you're detoxing, I guess helping everything move better inside me, dry out the system too.
Mhm.
I think we
Again,
have a
I'm gonna,
lot of like fluid in there that needs to
yeah.
flush out a bit.
Yeah, and it's plaque, and it's old plaque. And again, you guys, I want to go ahead and say this again. I'm repeating myself again, but I will not stop saying this. There's a real war going on.
Hmm.
It's a war between light and dark. And then you got a real war going on inside of you. And it's where where your lower self meets your higher self. So
Hmm.
there are real wars going on. That's World War III. You want to know what World War III? It's the war between light and dark. And I would have to say, the last time I kind of checked in, we are at about 85% of winning this war. And yes, we still have anchors on this planet until we get rid of these anchors that carry these dark ones, or and on the agenda of the dark ones, we will continue to be battling to get rid of this darkness on our planet. And as far as the war inside of us, until you get detox and continue to detox, the war will continue inside of us too, which is part of growth too. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read some of these comments that we got that came in. I'm sorry, but I did not see them, you guys. Um, the comments were stalled. And so now I see that they came in. We've got Nova, who said, my problem is that opiates cause issues with my heart, but now I want off the meds. You can do it, Nova. Mind over matter. Okay. It's a real thing. And I'm here to help you. So when you're ready for help, like I said, go to my website. All my information is there. Email me. And then Victor joined us. Victor came on. He said, that's when the first eye opens. Then he goes in to say, in 2025, I will be my greatest version. I just got finished watching Ralph Smart's live podcast. Don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's somebody wonderful. And then we've got from Victor again, the world leaders has enslaved us. Indeed, they have. And they hijacked us and they brainwashed us. Um,
And they do it through your stomach. They attack there first. So
and
everything
you
you
have
eat
the, yeah,
and you
yep,
ingest.
you have the Gnostic text too, and then maintaining a higher plant-based diet. We got another comment. America is not only the bad country in the world, China is too. Thank you for that. we are not alone. I like that we're not the only. But you know what? Again, it's not the American people and it's not the Chinese
Not,
people that are bad, you guys. It is the government
not.
that we do not like. It is the government, it's the dark shadows. And then we also got a comment that says it's coming to an end soon. The matrix is crumbling. Yes, it is. I agree with that. The fake like matrix. And I also like to call it dark dynasty because they're a bunch of dynasty fools. um, that's why we are having a 3D and a 5D split. Yes, we most definitely are. And then Nova says not any longer. Not too sure what she's referring to that, but maybe you can explain more, Nova. McKenna, on that. Thank you. So those are the comments that all came in so far, and I just wanted to get us caught up. Um, and we can yeah, it seems like we're all kind of like, we all have such of our own truth that is just, and there's none of us are wrong and none of us are, but we're all right, right?
Mhm. And we're all feeling something. And if it's not in the air, it's physical, like everyone's feeling something, like energy. People are noticing that people are becoming much more sensitive to energy. I think that's probably the most noticeable thing for even like the average person is like your
Oh yeah.
brain is started noticing things that maybe we've accepted our entire life and going, hey, wait, like we're somehow seeing mirrors of ourselves much easier. And that's probably the veil just coming down. Like, I don't know what's happening, but it's in our atmosphere. And then some of us feel like things on higher levels, and, we can feel like big events coming. But yeah, we're definitely feeling some kind of shift, change in the atmosphere, energy sensitive. So definitely be kind to yourself.
Yes, be kind and be patient, and we're all in this together. We are stronger together.
Mm-hmm.
um and that, again, that's why Ann and I are doing this live. We'll be here every Monday, just reminding you guys to not be stuck on stupid. What you feel and these energies that are coming at you are real. You're not losing your mind. You're not hallucinating. You're not being
Not being
invaded or anything.
paranoid.
Yeah, it's all real. What you're feeling and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just part of that war that's going on inside of us.
Mm. I always wonder. I don't know. I asked one person, but I always wonder if it has anything to do with the pole shift. I asked the uncle, and he said no. He thinks it's all toxins and whatnot in our atmosphere that's
Mhm.
just bubbling out of us, maybe. But I always like, we talk about a pole shift, and in a pole shift, we're seeing energy shift, and everything that was upside down is now going to, and it's all like our perception of things as being awakened and whatnot. But so that's happening in the atmosphere, but also physically inside our bodies. Does the pole shift affect us in any way? Like, I don't know. I just wonder. Like, is it awakening something that sits deeper inside of us that's physical, but it's just been like, if your fascia is connected to your lymphatic system, and we've just had all this shit thrown at us for so long with no information, and we're starting to shift, is our body just like going, hey, the fascia is coming to life and going, hey, the lymphatic system is water is memory. So, you know is something like coming alive inside of us, pretty much is what I'm trying to say, but on a
Yeah,
pole shift level. Does that make sense?
yeah, well, if the pole shift is something that happens every, what did they say, every 2,000 or 3,000 years. We've just never been here to document it. Mother
No, you
goes
haven't.
through yeah, she rejuvenates like this every 2 to 3,000 years. I guess the last time it may have happened was what they call with the ice age or something like that. I'm not too sure, but I do believe the pole shift is just something that this planet goes through. We've just never been here. And of course, our leaders, our lords of this planet do not talk about it and they don't tell us about it. So they try to
No.
use it as a fear mechanism towards us. But yes, we are water. We are mostly water. This planet is mostly water. Its fascia is 80% water too, you guys. So we
No,
feel the push and the pull.
95%
Or
water.
95%, I'm sorry. We
Yes.
feel the push and the pull of it. And like I said, when we're doing this, just ride the wave. Go with the wave, go with it. Because if you fight it and you go kicking and screaming, you're just causing more pain for yourself. You really are.
100%.
Yeah,
For sure.
you really are.
Stress, pain, stress, fear, being just getting all worked up because your body's doing this and no one can explain to you. Like, we're all feeling something. We just got to learn how to ride with it better and calm
Mhm.
yourself down so that we can find the best way to help our body function and heal, and um, the right options, the right decisions for, what's going on inside our body. But if you're panicking and freaking out, you're just gonna end up a mess. Like, it's no good for your body. Like, stress, your heart, it's all gonna tighten up, and your whole body's gonna tighten up, and you're gonna be throwing, like, it's just a mess. So try
You
and stay
become an yeah, it's where you become an unbalanced human being and then you start creating
yeah,
disease.
yeah,
So,
exactly. You create disease
mhm,
inside yourself for
mhm, mhm.
something you
You
could probably do
manifest it.
better.
What you think, yeah. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you truly are. You are the celestial. You're the celestial being having this human experience. And you're so powerful that your thoughts manifest your reality.
Yeah. And your body hears the words that come out of your mouth. So if you're not feeling well and you're walking around going, "Oh, I'm just so sick. Oh, your body's going to feel sick. Your body's going to go,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm sick." And it's going to
I'm
start
sick.
because you're
Mhm.
telling your body. If you approach the situation and say, "I'm healing," and you say to people, "You're not feeling very well, but my body's healing. Like, I need to take it easy because my body's healing." If you
Or
say
the,
that, your body will hear you, and it will
yes.
start to want to heal itself. If you tell it it's sick, it's going to listen to you and it's going
Yeah.
to be sick.
Your
So,
body can only hear you. It can't hear the person
no.
next to you. Okay. That is your innate. That's part of the innate again that I'm going to talk about again. And I
It
like
can
to
hear
say
you.
the word, I like to
Can
say,
hear
I'm
you.
feeling uncomfortable right now. I'm just going to go lay down. I'm
Can,
uncomfortable right now. I'm gonna go sit over here.
are
So
you?
because yeah, I always just use the words uncomfortable so
Yeah.
that way my innate and my body knows, oh, I know I'm aware that I'm feeling uncomfortable and that there's some kind of a shift going on inside of me. And another thing I do too is I just go sit and I will just go sit in that spot and I will just sit there and I will just breathe it out because breath is everything. Without breath, you're not here. You don't exist without breath. And I
Mhm.
just give it to the creator and I just asked for it to be to take this away, to go ahead and let this process through me so that I can heal really quick because I've got to get back to work. I am boots on ground. I get that. I know why I'm here. I know who I am. I know thyself to the without no doubt in my mind. I don't have all that chatter going on in my mind like the most Americans do. I don't. I have no mind. I live in the present moment. And that is just all I know how to do anymore. I have mastered that. Again, I will own it. I'm a master of my mind. I'm a master of myself. And all of you are too. That's why I'm here to help you do that. So I go in and I ask for quick healing and to heal very quickly. So with source, and I get what I want. You will get what you ask for. It's that
Mhm.
easy.
Much.
Okay, so we just got, oh, Nova said thank you for that. I saw that I say that all the time, patience and love. She needed that right now, so she said thank you. And then Victor says, Ralph Smart of Infinite Waters Diving Deep on YouTube said that in 2025 there's going to be more people waking up. Well, I hope so.
For
And they're going to
sure.
be behind, yeah, and those ones
For
waking up are
sure.
going to, yeah, for sure they're going to wake
Um,
up. Yeah, and they're going to be way behind the eight ball.
yeah, well,
So,
at the end of the day, this is how I put it, because I always will bring up P. Diddy or this celeb, and my boyfriend goes, "You're so into celebs," but I'm not. But the world is. That's how they created this matrix in this world. So the fact that all this celeb stuff and this P. Diddy stuff, and now they're going after Jay-Z and Beyonce, and there's just all this let's bring them down. Um, and it's such a big storyline. Most people are taking notice of that because that's kind of where people for some reason, take their, this is the way the world is. So if the celebs are coming down, everyone goes, "Oh, shit, does that happening?" And is that what the celebs, and they're all freaking out, and, they're all running around like rats scurrying out of the place. I saw Will Smith announcing on stage, oh, I barely know P. Diddy, I have my own part. Like, whatever, shut up. Like, I'm so tired of hearing they're all guilty. And if they're not guilty, they know of stuff which makes them guilty by association, in my
By
opinion. They
association.
all, anyone who
Mhm.
knows anything to any extent, who kept their mouth shut, you will have to face yourself with that and your own, like every single one of them. Everybody, to some extent, if they have any consciousness, they will have to look at themselves at some point, whatever's going on in their life. So, but they're all guilty of something to some degree. Like, I don't care about Hollywood, but I think that causes a lot of awakenings for people to for some reason,
It's
which
got
is,
to crumble down. They're dummy gods. Those are the
yeah,
humans, especially Americans, all the athletes, all of the government
celebs.
politicians, all of your Hollywood famous stars are all part of a club that you were
They're
not
becoming
invited for.
demigods. Yeah.
They became here to become your dummy gods. They're falling. They're going down. They are not. And they sold their soul, you guys. They gave their soul up to the darkness, the anti-source, fake source, matrix, whatever you want to call it. Dark
They are.
dynasty.
They're part of the matrix. They're part
They're
of,
part of
you
to
know,
they yeah,
they're the
they came
puppets.
here. They came here to keep you stuck in that because the only way they exist is because of you. You comply into their system. You give them your energy, you give them your money, you pay for their cologne, you pay for their albums, you pay for their concerts, you pay for their sweatshirts, you pay for their clothes. You are the one that makes them exist. Until we stop complying, then that will come down. And
Yes.
that is the way it is.
There's a bigger system that's trying to take them down too. So we can see that happening.
Yes, there
So
is a bigger sister trying to expose them for who they are.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
adrenaline chrome, the things that they're doing with the children is all real. And until we
Some,
stop that, it's real. It's real, you guys. They're
someone
not normal.
said someone said to me, in a globalist world, you cannot have celebs. Celebs cannot exist. And I find that very interesting. And I think for some people to think about that and understand that, it's interesting because if that's the case, and we're seeing all these big celebs that have been untouchable for so long, coming down the way they're coming down, it makes you think like, where are we heading? Because a globalist world, we can't have celebs. So is that what they're trying to make? Like, is that what's happening? Or are we being pushed into a like, think about it.
Well, we're
It's a
becoming, we're a planet. We're a planet. We were a planet of unity. I'm sorry, we're a planet of duality. We are a keystone planet. Do you know what a keystone, anyone who knows anything about building a building or a structure or anything, a keystone is a central stone at the summit of the arch, locking the whole together. I sent you a picture of the keystone.
Mhm.
Okay, that thing in the center is what locks it all together. Okay, we lock it all together.
Mhm.
So being a keystone planet, where was I going with this?
Wow. Celebs, and why we're watching them fall, and who's taking them down, what's happening, like, because it does cause a lot of awakenings, I guess, for people, as if you're going to call people who follow celebs, like, to see that, oh, it's not what it was built up to be. But yeah, I said globalist. In a globalist world, we cannot have celebs. So
Oh,
that
okay.
may be,
So we are a planet of duality, and we are now because of we came so unbalanced, you guys. We were a keystone planet that was to keep this balance in the universe, okay? And a school. We were supposed to be a planet of school, but the darkness took it too far, you guys. They broke too many rules. They
oh,
infringed
for
on our free
sure.
right. It went too far, and
The
so now
scales were tipped.
the
I
way too tipped too many times for way too long, and now the creator has said planet Earth is going to be a planet of light, and that is it. No longer can you invade and be on this planet and make it a keystone because you did not abide by the rules. You broke the rules too many times, and now it's going to be taken over by the light beings who are the humans. And we're going to take this planet from a planet of duality to unity, and light and peace. And that's just what it's going to, that's what we're doing. We won't be the Keystone Planet anymore. So they got to find another
You
place
heard
to go.
it.
Huh?
I said, I'm telling saying to people, you heard it, like Claudine saying it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't make
Yep.
any claims, but it makes
Yeah.
sense. But
Yeah.
it's, it's an
But these
interesting
are my
thing. But
downloads. Yep. These are my truths. And all of this stuff has to fall for the humans to wake up. I think that's what we got to say because they were the dummy gods. And yes, Victor, I know you never gave any celeb your money. I wouldn't imagine that you would give them any money. No way would you do that. I don't see that from you at all. You're too smart for that.
just
But Victor,
understand.
there is a lot of Americans here who fully worship these celebs
Yeah.
and
People
these
just
singers.
understand the very basic of a celeb. The celebs
Mhm.
don't care about you. The celebs do not give two flying craps about where your life will end up, where you are, how you're feeling. They don't care, people. They are
And neither
just
does your, yeah.
for you to worship because they are a generator for some big ass energy that is being pumped into that. So you are just they're just generating. When you go to those concerts, like now people are going to concerts and some people are dying because they're going to apparent portals, which full people who have gone and done like have been in the spiritual realm and have worked with it are saying those are portals that he's playing that some artists are playing with where people are dying. They're portals. They've used the music to create the portal, the energy, and you're being a generator and you're just creating they're just generating that energy out of you. It's becoming dangerous to go to their concerts. You know, there's many earthquakes at Taylor Swift's concerts. That's energy, people. Lana Del Rey, she is creating some kind of energy where it's going into the crowd and it's doing waves in people. People are being knocked back that they can't control. That's energy, people. They know what they are working with. They are creating these portals in their concerts and these energies, and they are just sucking and bringing. And if
Your
people
life force.
die,
They're
even death.
taking your life force. Yes, they're taking
Yes,
over your life force.
they don't
And
care about you. They don't care. They do
they
not
don't
give a crap about you,
about
and
you.
that's
All they
what you
care
are
about is your
wasting energy.
energy, getting, yeah, robbing you of your energy and your life force. And I love what Victor said. He just said something. Um, this is really, really amazing. He said, "We are the true the celebs. We are the true stars."
We're just vessels, people. We are vessels. That is one thing in everything that I've learned and everything that I've been through on any spiritual level and experiences. We are vessels. The human being, and the second you put your ego into that vessel and your gift and your whatnot, your delusions and whatnot. The second you open those portals, all kinds of things can come in and take over, and spirits, and when they come into your life, and demons, like, they take over your brain. That's how they control you. And the more delusional you are, you might be drinking or taking some drug and you get these delusions and they take over your mind, and it's dangerous. Like,
They hijack you. That's what we
they
call
do they
hijacking. They
do
hijack your
and
consciousness. Yeah.
pretty much. So yeah. um
But anyways, yeah, we got it. Yeah, just so, but yeah, I think a lot of us spiritual
yeah,
people
we're
are just,
vessels.
we're just sitting back. That's like whoever, just the beings of light, whatever you want to title yourself as,
Yeah.
are just sitting back and watching this crumble. And I'm having a good time. I'm really enjoying it because, well, Ann knows, and a lot of you out there who have known me for a very long time. I mean, a long time. I know I've got people out there watching right now who've known me over 30 years. And I
Tune in with your
don't.
higher self.
Yeah,
That's what you need to do.
yeah.
Tune in
I
with your higher
stopped,
self.
yeah. I stopped watching TV and going, I stopped watching TV 15 years ago. I stopped complying with the NFL and all that stuff because I do love sports. You guys don't get me wrong. I'm very athletic, and I worked at a, sports complex for 20 years. So, but I love the sports when I watch humans play them, like baseball. I love watching humans play baseball. Um, it's a strategy about it that I think helps stimulate the brain, for you to sharpen your edges. I think sports is an entertainment and a exercise for humans that help them sharpen their edges. But nobody should get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars because they can throw a ball, kick a ball, do whatever with the ball. No.
No.
And then become a higher power because they can do that over another man. No, that's craziness. That's just craziness. um,
It's all a pyramid.
yeah. Well, we are at 7:30. We're supposed to end this at 7:22, but we did get a late start, so I went ahead and we're going over a little bit, you guys, just to make up the time for whatever happened when I tried to get on here. That was the craziest thing. Um, I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like the lines got crossed with something else in the computer, and then yeah, the show just got kind of weird there for a minute. But once I shut all of the streaming system down and all the social media, and then I created another stream, and we've been able to be on here for now an hour and 45 minutes. So everything's been going good. We haven't had too much delays on both of our ends. It was a really good live stream tonight with not too much interruptions. We had a rough start. But that's going to happen, you guys. I'm learning this program. I'm learning how to work these streams. Streamlab is the one that I'm working with right now, but the one that I want to do a restream, I'm doing restream right now. I want to learn Streamlabs, and then I got a new one that was just introduced to me and a couple days ago, and I'm looking into that one too. So and these all cost money, you guys. All of these programs and these streams that we get into, they do cost money. Uh, Restream, in fact, wants $300 right now so that I can have all their fancy whistles and bells that go with it. But right now, we're doing a free program because I already paid a bunch of money for Streamlabs, and I'm learning that program. That's a much more technical streaming program. But once I learn it, you guys, it's going to be wonderful. I'll be able to do all kinds of fun stuff on there as a creator. And but right now we just have a real basic stream that just goes on Facebook and YouTube. We will always be on YouTube over any social media, you guys, okay? Because I know that almost everybody, I have not met anyone who does not go on YouTube. So I have not met a human yet that doesn't go on there. I'm sure they're out there. I am sure they are out there though.
And people
But
should comment.
huh?
People should comment. If they're gonna watch the video and they can comment.
Oh, we got all kinds of comments, and we probably got about 50 comments tonight. I've been reading them to you.
I mean, like even when we're not live, and if they're just watching it, just
Oh yeah, keep commenting.
comment.
We check we check.
Ah,
And check.
even if
Yeah,
it's
and loves checking.
criticism,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, and we'll go after the live, and she will look at the comments, don't you? Is that what you do? You look at the comments and you
No,
like them? No?
no.
Oh, I thought you did.
I wait for you to tell me the comments.
But we did get over, how many views did we get on our last one last week? We got
We
over
got like
200,000
2.5
views.
a day, and there's no
Two
comments.
2.5 views we got last week on our video,
Yeah.
you guys. That's pretty cool.
But where's the comments? I want comments, even if it's criticisms. I just like interacting. It's my thing, especially on spiritual stuff. I love to hear what other people think or have opinions about. Like, I'm an open book with what people are experiencing, and
Yeah,
nothing.
we're very open-minded. Yeah, we're very open-minded because if you guys put a comment down that could be totally opposite of something that we were saying, that usually gives us a perspective to look at because we believe that everyone has their own perspective. Let me give you an example of perspectives, you guys. Okay, so this cup right here, okay? So this beautiful pink glass I have, okay? Let's just say we have a room of maybe like 4 people sitting here, okay? You know, I think this pink glass is pretty cool. Anne thinks it's ugly. She hates pink. And then we've got Joe over here who thinks, oh, wow, that's the coolest cup ever. I love glass straws. Oh my gosh. And then it's made out of bamboo. Oh, that's a really healthy cup. And then we've got Mary over here who says, it's just a freaking pink cup. Who cares? So that's what I'm trying to say. We all have different perspectives on things, and none of us are wrong, but we are all right. Okay. And so yeah, please put your comments in there and your perspectives. We love to hear it because it just like I just gave you an example of what having a perspective of just having a glass. They all can be different. And then they can also um, uh, having these different perspectives on something like that gives us all an opportunity to maybe have a download to have a different perspective, and then our truth changes on that pink cup.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It might,
yeah.
it might open your eyes to a different thing or a
Mm-hmm.
different way of thinking. And like if you had asked me like 4 or 5 years ago about aliens, I would have just been like, what? Like that's like Hollywood. Like I didn't take to the alien, but now if you talk about aliens and people put out there like, oh, the first humans was all an alien experience. I'll listen. Like I'll take it in. I'll listen to what the old, writings from the Mayans had to say. Like I will. I'll take it in. I don't believe in shutting myself off to any idea. Like it's good to be
Mm-mm.
open, and that's why it's good to know yourself, because if you know yourself, when you hear these things you can kind of hear like, oh yeah, that's something with a bit of truth. And you know anything that's not like proven to our 3D, it's kind of up for
Right.
discussion, isn't it? That's why spirituality is like so complicated sometimes, because it's like it's a subject that like so many people have taken. Oh, I'm gonna say it's this, and that's what cults are, religions are. So there's a lot of ideas out there when it comes to the spiritual world, but I don't think the
Indeed.
spiritual world is like one specific way that's like everyone. Like I feel like everyone has their own hologram, and inside that hologram, you have your own like spiritual world that exists around you as a human being, and that's why like people can manifest and people, and if you know how to do these things, because you have that little hologram and spiritual realm around you, that's how it works for you. Like your angels, your God, whatever is sitting around you, and everyone. It's like I see it like a little bubble, and everyone's just walking around with their own little bubble hologram. And they're going into other people sometimes, and your holograms will go together and open up, and but if you break up, those holograms will go their own separate ways, and what works for you spiritually doesn't work for your ex spiritually the same. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That's kind of
Oh
how
yeah.
I see
Yep.
people's
And yeah,
spiritual
Victor,
world.
I did. Yeah, and Victor just asked if you knew that he was autism. And yes, Victor, I did tell her about your special gift that you have and about your
So this
YouTube.
is
And
another
yeah,
Victor.
yeah. Well, we had a whole conversation about you, Victor, after we got off our show.
And this is another Victor, Claudine. This is an American Victor, and he's autistic too.
Victor Adam Scott. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I took you as
He's in
a.
America.
I thought he was Victor.
I
I
talk to
Victor.
him all the time.
Oh, hi, Victor. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. No, I got you confused with. Okay, so you have a Victor and I have a Victor that
Yeah,
has
we're both
autistic. But,
autistic.
but mine is from Sweden.
Yeah. Mine's
Yeah,
from
okay.
America.
Well, hi, Victor. It's so nice to meet you. That's so funny. I thought I was
I
talking to
know.
my
I know. I was so like confused when you. So I'm like, I've never told her about him, and you're like, oh, he's autistic. I'm like, no, what, huh? I'm like, when did I
Oh
tell
my
you?
gosh, that's
He's in
so funny.
Sweden.
That is hilarious.
We're like
Well,
mirroring
Victor,
each other.
I have my perspective on autism, and I feel that the humans that are here that have this special gift are precursors to the future human. And we'll go more into what I feel that the messages that I've gotten regarding autism and on our next show, because we are getting ready to hit about 2 hours here on our show, on our live, and I got to get going. It's almost 8 o'clock. That's why my Jewel Moon, my kitty cat, was jumping on me because she's telling me, Mom, it's time to go home now.
Wants to eat.
She wants to go home and eat, and
Aww.
she wants to go Mimi's. She wants to go night night in her bed at home. So
Aww.
I know. She knows our schedule. She knows we're usually out of here by around 8 o'clock.
Oh
So
yeah,
we're getting ready. Yeah,
cats have a very strong innate.
they do. They
Their
do.
innate is like that's what controls them.
And they're
It's
very
just
good at controlling their humans.
yes, their physical skin is run by their innate.
I have to, she's trained me very well.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, kitty cat. Gotta go feed her.
huh?
I said, your kitty cat, you gotta go feed her.
I do gotta go feed her. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end this live. And everybody, I wish everyone a very, very merry everything.
Same.
And have a good time during this solstice and during these, if you celebrate the holidays, celebrate these holidays with your loved ones. It is a time. I do love the month of December and the whole holidays that we do have. As of Christmas, I don't really celebrate Christmas in a way that everyone else does, but I do love celebrating the spirit of Christmas because it is the 1 month of giving. And boy, can I feel that this year. I really can feel the collective giving, not just materialistically, but giving in compassionate action way. So, you want to go ahead and say goodbye, Anne, and we'll end this?
Goodbye. Merry
Bye.
Christmas. Have a great Christmas with your families and friends. Stay safe. Don't drink too much. Be
Don't drink it
sensible.
all.
Yeah.
Stay
Be
away from the
sensible.
eggnog. Stay away from all the stuff, all the dense stuff, high vibrational things, and you'll feel good
I
and you
feel
won't
good
pack on. And you won't pack any pounds on.
though.
So, okay, you guys, bye bye. Peace out.
Okay, bye.
Bye.